Hello and welcome to CyberWise, Cyber Savvy Made Simple, the podcast on the road to demystify the world of cybersecurity and keep you safe online. We're your hosts, Dan and Estefan. Dan, before we get started, obviously it's really, really good to have you back in SA full time. The land flowing with milk and honey. But how are you doing today?
I am doing very well, thanks, S. Yes, this is God's country. This is where he lives, particularly the Eastern Cape. You guys in the Western Cape must try and come and experience it sometime.
Awesome, Dan. Awesome. But today we're going to chat a bit about Black Friday. Obviously, there's a lot of hype around Black Friday, especially this time of the year. I think it's the start of the festive season shopping, and obviously with all this buzz going around, it's a great opportunity for scammers to work their magic. So obviously there's a big lure around Black Friday, especially for South Africans from the savings aspect. You're saving a lot of money on big ticket items. But Dan, why do you think Black Friday is such a big time, or such a critical time for people to be aware of the scams going on, and why is it such a big opportunity for scammers to work their magic?
Scammers love it, mate. It's social engineering 101. It's the perfect opportunity for them to get inside people's heads and find opportunities that people lose their minds over Black Friday. Everyone turns into morons and is trying to find the best deal and get, save the most money, and everyone's racing around as quick as they can. Their heads are up their asses for, a week. So the scammers will jump on this opportunity, and they will start putting offers out. They will try and, one of the biggest things we always teach is if something seems too good to be true, it's probably a scam. But actually in Black Friday, there's some massive deals that go around that really should be too good to be true, but maybe they are legit. And so people are diving left, right, and center to get the very best deal that they can. And they just lose sight of the threat and the danger out there. And make some stupid decisions, and it costs them badly. And there's lots of snot and tears at the end of the day for a lot of people. Yeah.
And obviously, like you mentioned, Dan, phishing, especially phishing email, are a big part of what they use. But obviously, smishing is coming on a rise as well. SMS phishing. Can you maybe just talk us through what exactly this entails and how it's used, especially for Black Friday and festive season scams?
Yeah, so phishing is, scam emails coming into your mailbox. It's a form of social engineering. We see versions of this by text messages or SMS, and they call that smishing, but it's all the same thing, whether it's coming in your mailbox, whether it's coming on your mobile phone, whether it is coming on voice. Guys are getting scammed. The voice scams, exactly the same thing. It's a social engineering attack. And then, we're seeing it more and more now on social media as well, in people's DMs. It's appearing there. So it's a form of communication from the scammers, from the cyber criminals, and they are trying to do a number of things. They're either trying to get you to convince you to click on, actually lead you to a website that'll automatically download malware or malicious software onto your device. So just clicking on a link in one of these messages, whether it's an SMS, whether it's on your account, there is potential for it to download really dangerous virus or malware onto your device. Or secondly, they will redirect you to a login page, direct you to a pay site, where you'll then put in your credit card details, or you'll log into your bank, or you'll log into a website that you believe is a legit site, but it's actually their fake site. And then once you type in your username and password, or once you make that payment, they've got your cash, they've got access to your bank account, and you're having a shocker. And then thirdly, there may not be any links in there. There may not be any redirection in there, but what they may be is communicating to you that they need you to do something for them. They need you to transfer money to them. They need you to they need you to take an action that you normally wouldn't, you'd be suspicious of, but they've made it convincing enough. And then lastly is attachments. So we obviously don't see it so much on mobile devices, or we don't see it so much on social media, but with your phishing emails landing in your mailbox, there's an attachment. It may seem, may be named a voucher, or it may be, something that needs opening. And as soon as you open that attachment on the email, it then downloads malicious software onto your device, and again, you're having a shocker. So just a few ways that the scammers are using just these communication tools to send it to us in the palm of our hands. We all love to get those emails, we love to get those SMSs, we love to get those DMs, and as soon as we do, we want to jump on that for the great opportunity.
Absolutely, Dan. And obviously you've mentioned some massive red flags there. Do you think there are any other red flags that people could look at and see, look, this is very suspicious when doing online shopping?
Yeah, I mean, if you're receiving mail, if you're, unfortunately, like one of the biggest things to kind of look out for is who the sender is. And, am I expecting something from this sender? Have I done any shopping in the past, with this company? Why am I on this list? Why am I receiving this list? The problem now, though, is like, our email, email lists and our personal details are being sold left, right, and center by the companies who are actually trusting them with. So we're ending up on all these types of retail lists and spam lists anyway. And a lot of the time it's fairly non-malicious, it's marketing spam. And while it drives us flipping crazy, like it's not scammers, it's actually companies trying to sell shit to you. So it is tough to kind of spot the heavy scams, but exactly that. If you're not expecting anything, just delete it. Just delete it and block it like that. And so where it's coming from is a big red flag. Obviously, anytime that any communication is asking you for money or asking you to do something that you think is slightly suspicious, just delete it. And then like I said, there's always the big offers of something out of this world, act now, really like emergency, you need to act urgently. This offer lasts for 12 hours and you're going to miss the opportunity of a lifetime. Like, that sounds like a scam to me, but then it's Black Friday. There's shit like that all the time, which is crazy. So yeah, it is tough but it's just be as suspicious as possible. Just be super, super suspicious. And a lot of the time, if you're receiving an email, you're receiving an SMS, you're receiving a DM, go to their legit website. Like, delete the email and go find that offer on their website. If it is legit, you'll find it. Type their website in. Don't click on links in any communication. Go direct to their website, and that is your best bet for avoiding that sort of stuff. Just stop trusting absolutely everything that ends up in your mailbox. Is probably one of the better things to do there.
Absolutely. Then I know you mentioned going to the website. How do you, as a consumer, if you are wanting to go to the said website of the brand you want to purchase from, how do you verify the authenticity of that actual site and their deals?
Sure. So, I mean, the authenticity of the site, like I said, I mean, if you receive something in the mail, you receive an SMS and you click on that link, and even if that link maybe looks legit to start with, you can hover over the link to see what the legit domain is that it's going to take you, and it could look super funky, some dodgy bloody Chinese site, and then that'll raise red flags. Even if you click on the link, and then pops up the new website, have a look at that URL bar, have a look at the actual website that it's taken you to. Have a really close look and look whether it is the site that you're expecting. A lot of us are shopping on regular websites, whether it's Amazon or Takealot or different online retail stores. So you know what that URL, what that website address is supposed to look like. Like, really have a look at it and make sure that that's the legit one. Alternatively, go to Google and type in the retailer's name, type in the shop's name, and it'll bring it up, on the first page. It's not going to bring up a dodgy site on Google. So go in and then use Google to find a legit site and compare it to the site that the offer was on, and then go in there, and all their offers are going to be available through the site there.
Say now, you as a user, you've trusted the site, you've made the purchase. A month has gone by, your product still hasn't arrived. What do you do? How do you report that? How do you report if you've fallen victim to a Black Friday scam or festive season scam? What are the steps that you need to take?
Cool. Yeah. So, I mean, firstly is contacting the retailer and going through their customer support, and trying to follow that up. Then if you do suspect that you have been scammed and you've been taken for a ride, immediately phone the bank. If you've handed over card details, block that card, stop that card. But let the fraud department know at your bank. Wherever you are in the world, all the banks will have fraud teams. They'll be ready for this. These guys, expecting this. So they'll have a pretty slick system in place where you can report fraud. You can stop the card that you maybe used to send money, and then as well, I would always, and I always do recommend, and I personally do it. I don't buy anything online on a cash card. It's always bought with a credit card, because the credit card is great. It's the bank's money. It's it's not coming straight out of my account. It's the bank's money. If we can stop that, they then have to then claim back that cash. Otherwise, you could spend weeks trying to get your money back, and it's a nightmare. So anytime you're doing online purchasing, especially during Black Friday and the chaos of festive season, do your purchases on a credit card, and it's credit. The bank will sort that out and reimburse that credit back to your credit card, as opposed to money going flying out of your account that you can't recover.
Hard-earned money, yeah. Dan, before we end off, I've got 2 quick fire questions for you. Firstly, quite curious about this one. Are you eyeing anything for Black Friday?
No, I don't spend any money. I hate spending money. Yeah, I'm sure my wife's got a list as long as my bloody arm that she's looking. But no, I hate it. It depresses me to watch people spending ridiculous money on shit they don't need. But anyway.
Gotcha. All right. And then second one, so I called it the Black Friday survival kit. So basically, what are the 3 items you'd include in your Black Friday survival kit? Like, what are the 3 things you do to not fall victim on Black Friday?
I would take my laptop and my phone, and I'd throw it in my swimming pool so that I can't get scammed. Impossible.
That's it. All 3 ticked.
That's it.
Pool,
done.
Phone in the pool, laptop in the pool. Got it. Cool. That's all we've got for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in. And remember not to get scammed this Black Friday or festive season. Dan, thanks for your time. Have a great day.
Cheers, everyone. Bye.